My name is Patrick Denison. I'm an Australian. I've worked as a chef for about 4 years prior to coming to the Institute. And I'm here at Institut Paul Bocuse studying the Masters of Culinary Leadership and Innovation. While I was working as a chef in Australia, I decided I wanted to further my education in the culinary world and develop my skills. And I had a friend from my previous course recommend Paul Bocuse as a really fantastic place to study. So I looked online, I did some research, and I had a look at the program and the course, and I thought it sounded fantastic. So yeah, I applied. I was awestruck. I loved the first building you see when you arrive at Paul Bocuse is the chateau, is the standout building. It's a castle, it's beautiful. And I thought, what an amazing place to be able to come to every day to study. So that was my first impression of the area, and then I met all of the people and everyone was super lovely and super kind. All of my classmates were so happy to just bring me into their group and kind of take care of me. So it was really lovely. Incredibly diverse is the first thing that comes to mind. My class is made up of almost entirely international students from a huge range of different nationalities. I'm Australian. We have French students, obviously, but also we've got students from China, we've got students from Taiwan, we've got students from India and Morocco and Lebanon. It's a huge list, and it's so wonderful to be able to learn from all of these different people with all of these different perspectives and to be able to interact with them. My favorite thing about the course is probably we do projects for real companies in the real world that have impact. So we've done a project with Häagen-Dazs where we developed new ice cream flavors, which was we got to try a lot of ice cream, which is great, but it's really interesting to work with actual professionals in a real life scenario, and they take us through their process and show us how they do certain work. And a lot of our projects are like this. Yeah, so as part of our course, we are partnered with Hôtellerie in Helsinki in Finland, which means we actually spend 2 months of our time here. We spend over there, living in Finland and learning at their school, and it's a really great opportunity to see. I would say probably a lesser known cuisine, that Nordic style of food, which is a lot of fish and preserved food. So we're looking at lots of fermentation techniques and smoking and pickling, and kind of getting a deep dive into their culture. The Finnish people have their own relationship to food and to nature, and the way that they sort of operate in their food industry is different, and it's really interesting to be able to compare the two. My best memory at Institut Paul Bocuse is a project we did at the end of sort of our first semester. We were in teams of 6 people, with some students from the other master's degree in hospitality management, and we worked together to create a concept restaurant from scratch. All of our own ideas that we designed a menu, we designed the restaurant, we designed the furniture and the plates and the cutlery, and then we put it together and we make it a reality. For a few days, we open to the public and to students and staff, and we run it as if it's a real functioning restaurant. And it was difficult. As you can imagine, it was difficult, but it was so much fun to work with the creativity of other students and to feel the pressure of getting all of these things organized. So that was just a really fun project to be a part of. So there's lots of different options open afterwards. You can do things like go into consulting for different restaurants, looking at evolving trends in the food industry. You could go into, a lot of people have sort of the idea or the dream of opening their own business, whether it's a restaurant or a cafe or even like a fast food, quick service kind of business. My personal dream is I would love to, for the next few years, I want to work in a restaurant and kind of build my experience in that environment. And then one day I really would love to open a restaurant that is part of a farm, that's very farm to fork, growing our own ingredients and produce with 100% sustainability. Classical, excellence, and connections.